Okay, so Girish, I'm going to actually ask you two more questions, two more important questions, which which for me is important. Okay. Um, One is that educators have to prepare their students, okay, for to deal with the commercial world. It's a quintessential problem. In fact, a couple of people in our earlier life had asked this question. Okay, मुझे marketing करना है, मुझे आगे जाके कुछ, how do I do it? How do I do this? Now, there are two questions that come to mind. My question is in two parts. Okay, one is how does Shari Academy address this with its students? And secondly, okay, for those who are not Shari Academy students, this is for them, who are viewing this. What advice would you give to young aspiring photographers who want to go professional?
Okay. See, we have marketing class and all that thing. So we also bring in people who are, say, expert in social media, AEO. So that is one part which we handle. But one thing which I personally very, very, very strongly believe, and that's something that I make my students go through. And in fact, what happens is the relationship that I built with them for 2 years, it's like a family. But the last part, when the curation happens for them, that is the time when they call me Hitler and whatnot. But the question is that, you see, I make them work so hard. See, the biggest problem with all these youngsters today is whatever they shoot, they're in love with those pictures. Yeah. Now, people like us who've seen pictures for 40 years, for us, we just throw things out basically. So what happens is that what I do is I make them work very hard on a portfolio book. See, most people show pictures either by social media, be it email or website or Instagram account or whatever. Now, the question is the guy opposite. Like we had a little problem with bandwidth and this and that. We don't know color corrected hai, nahi hai, kya hai. It just kind of goes haywire. So what happens is, like, if give one simple example. If somebody has shot a few nice fashion pictures, a good portrait and good black and white lighting, yeah, whatever, and they send it to editors of fashion magazines in India and world. Now, those people are getting 100 to 100 of these kind of emails every day. Try to tell, are they going to see it? So chances of your email being lost is very easy. Question is, there's over dependence today on social media. I am still old school. When you put a book, a coffee table book in front of a client, it has an extremely different impact because it's correctly printed, everything is bang on target. So there what happens is that we see to it that our students, when they pass out, they have a portfolio book. Now what happens with the portfolio book is that when they go to clients or any meeting or whatever, and they present the book, that portfolio has been curated in a in a manner where it will open the door for him or her. It will open the door for him or her. After that,
I've seen some of these portfolio books.
Uska luck hai and his hard work, delivery, that will take him forward, basically. So we work very hard on portfolio. Unfortunately, what is happening today is most people show pictures in either laptop or on on your iPad or phone or something like that, and there is no recollection, or it's just it's just going through, So I think today's generation must understand that you need to have a body of work, which you show the customer. Think about it. When a customer looks at your pictures, they are fantastic. What have you done? You put your best pictures in it, they've liked it. But the first thing they're going to tell you is they're not going to give you a job immediately. They want to know, are you doing this consistently? So what will happen is that they're going to ask you, do me a favor, come back to me later when you get some more pictures. So they're going to make that guy come back 2 times, 3 times, 4 times before they start thinking, "Are ye banda har waqt naya picture lata hai." So when we at our Shari, what we do, we tell our students, यार अगर तेरे हाथ में खाली 25 पिक्चर है या 10 पिक्चर, तो if you shoot first time, after that you got nothing. So you must have at least a body of about 75 to 100 pictures where every time you go, you are showing them 20 different pictures. So then that guy starts looking at you, कि चलो इसको एक try करते. When he tries, if this guy manages to do a good job, work starts. You understand? But our
Right.
problem is that these youngsters do not have a space where they can curate their pictures. And most
How
of
do they
them,
curate their pictures?
yeah, so
Right.
most of them love their own pictures and they put it up.
Right.
And I'll give you one simple example. When I'm curating, my students always have a complaint. My finger is on the arrow button, is going like this. Tuck, 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 tuck. That's the speed at which I'm seeing the pictures. They come with 200, 300 pictures. Maybe I'll select one. That is the level of curation we do. And sometimes I'm doing. I had one student from Delhi, and I was going through his pictures. And sir, okay. Sir, go back 8 pictures. I said, why? He said, no, sir, go back 8 pictures. A lovely portrait. I think you missed. I said, no, I haven't missed. He says, well, sir, please, mirror liye, 8 pictures. So I said, okay, fine. I went back to 8 pictures. He says, sir, what is wrong with this picture? I said, lovely photo. But can you see in the background that the chair is fallen down? And he said, how did you see it? मैं वहां पे था, मैंने देखा नहीं, मैं आज तक इतनी बार उसको पिक्चर को मैंने एडिट किया, सब कुछ किया, and I never saw it. How could you see it in such a second? I said, it's not a question of a second. Question is 40 years of seeing pictures. And we are old school. We go first for problems. So the speed at which you curate, the question here is only simple. They need to have support for curating. So when we talk to them that, okay, why don't you, portfolio review karao? तो हिचकिचाते हैं, and half the time they are arguing, but why not this? Why you don't like this? अरे भाई तेरे को बोल रहा हूँ, experience बोल रहा हूँ. This will work, this will not work. So they have to take help of simple people who succeeded. Go to that place, tell them, look at my pictures, be brutally honest about it. So then what happens? The pressure comes on them to get better pictures. Once you get better pictures,
Correct.
there are lots of ways in which you need to show to the customer. Actually, what happens is, even when wedding photography happens, people show some small book or a thing, or maybe they just send by what do you call email or whatever. I said, no, you must show them big. You got to understand one thing. When big pictures are shown, it has an impact on the customer. We have this problem of small pictures. We have a problem of small pictures, and it doesn't really work. So my advice to them is very simple. One, get your pictures curated by a senior guy, somebody who's very, very, very experienced. Learn from them, pick their prints, how to market. We are there to help you, yeah.
Correct.
We are there to help you, but baat to karo, yeah, and don't be in love with the pictures, guys. You must understand, you cannot be in love with the picture so much that you're suicidal. Because if some picture doesn't work, because they are looking at it just as an image, what they don't see is, the customer is going to see what? Iski photography, मेरे को कैसे how is it going to impact my business? How is it going to, मेरे को क्या काम आएगा? बराबर है? If he doesn't find those pictures in that, because he is so excited about what he shot, or she is so excited what she shot, and they think digital, no, the maar to de diya, fatak, look, beautiful colors, everything is right, right. But if the customer finds that he cannot use those pictures, or that kind of photographer who doesn't know what he's talking about, they will not get work. They will not get work. So first thing first, they need to shoot outstanding images, and that also have a big body of numbers. You see, another thing that is happening, especially in the wedding sector, we have good photographers there. We have Joseph Radhik and Vivek Sikweria and lots of other very good photographers. They win in Fearless, they win in WPOI and all those places. So what happens? Most of the other guys, they think, hey, this is fantastic, yeah, award winning. Uska duplicate karna. So what is now becoming? It is becoming template photography. So when template photography happens, the client says, tu bhi wahi marta hai, wo bhi wahi marta hai, ye bhi wahi marta, to tu ye itna kyun charge kar raha hai? So unless he goes beyond, take that for reference, take that for ideas, but you need to go beyond. What will make you different? How do you see life and world differently than the others? This is missing. If you look at the younger generation, if you go and check their portfolios, most of the portfolios are reference shots from various sites. I was very pleasantly surprised that Sharad Akshar is a very good friend of mine also. And
Of course.
he's got
Yes.
a very good website called One Island, I think. Yeah, One Island. If you see the quality of work on that place, the kind of work that is coming into that place from all over the world, even खाली wedding का भी आप देख लो, and you see the level that has gone there, and look at this guys, you know. I had a very interesting conversation when Joseph Radik came to my studio, and we were talking about the new, Fearless and this and that. And then I just told Joseph, "Hold a second to Dick. I'm going to share with you the textbook I had from Rochester, which was printed by Kodak. They had something called Pixel Express, or I don't know what, So that book and my textbook, 80s, early 80s.
Right.
Or maybe late 70s. And I showed him the pictures and he said, "Sir, this is what we are doing nowadays." And I said, "This is what I tried to teach people in 1991. And I was called a fool on my face." जैसे ये सब क्या होता है? ऐसा फोटोग्राफी होता है क्या? शादी का फोटोग्राफी मतलब हंसता मेलाप होना चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए, वो होना चाहिए, ऐसा भी what do I tell? So there is one part which is the क्या बोले सीखने के लिए जो क्या बोलते हैं hesitation है, one part of it. 2, they want everything for free. And 3, when you take your advice, they think, "Hey, old man who doesn't know what he's talking about." I mean, how the heck have I spent 40 years in the line, and we've learned practically everything, we've done everything, It's sometimes a little frustrating, really frustrating, because something which I tried to teach our students in 91 onwards, only people started doing it in the last 3-4 years, and they called it candid.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about. If you see those pictures in the textbook, one day maybe I'll share it with you, you will laugh your head off, "Hey, this is what they're trying now." And now the world has gone way beyond. It's gone way beyond. But that is what...
No, absolutely. I completely believe believe that, because very often we see that, the work that is being put out as cutting edge, or, as new work, a new kind of vision, actually has been experimented with and has actually been done 60 or 70 years ago. And as old as that, I'm talking about work in the 1930s, 1940s, 1950s. If you look at it today, we would actually call it brilliant work. Exactly. At a time when people were still using plates, at a time when people were still using sheet film.
That's right. That's correct. I mean, we remember time when if you're shooting a client, even for a fashion shoot, the client will say, "Girish bhai, we have a per dress look, we only have a budget for one film." And we are talking about 120 film. So 120 film, we used to get 9 pictures? 9 images, 10 images, So imagine, I had to get the shot and the 10 shots. Today people are shooting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pictures in one outfit, and then you're selecting one. I said, "Come on, man. That doesn't work."
It's a waste of time too.
अरे उसको cull करना, you have to cull it because you have to remove the ones that are bad, find out something, send the client, send back to you. You do the back end after that. It's crazy. Look at the amount of workload you increase for yourself.
Correct. So, Girish,
so these guys need to understand they have to work hard now.
I've seen photo editors. Yeah, I've seen photo. I was just wanting to add to what you were saying. I've seen photo editors, so digital photography here. The photographer has gone and shot 400 images, and the difference between each frame is so minutely slight, The person is talking and uska muh aisa dheere-dheere khul raha hai. You can actually see the head moving from this side. If you actually do, you can make a film out of that, out of that 400 frames.
True.
And the photo editor, being a very conscientious kind of a guy, he will go through every frame and he will curse the photographer. Kya photo khicha hai isne? I have to select one frame, and because I'm conscientious, I'll go through all 400 frames and select one frame, which is the best one out of these 400. Instead of that, it should be the photographer's job to actually shoot that singular frame and make sure that that frame is perfect. Which is a very, very important point, especially in commercial photography. It can't be 400 frames in commercial photography anymore.
No, it can't be.
The times have changed now, especially with this virus. Girish, tell us something about the kind of courses that is on offer now, with the virus situation and with everything. what can people expect in the short future, in the near future from Shari Academy?
One thing that we are doing is that there were a lot of things. We were going very deep into when our syllabus is very deep, the course is very intense, and we used to give them a lot of time to play with. First thing that we are doing at this particular point of time is that we are trying to see if we can shorten the period of the courses, because for somebody to stay for 2 years in this situation, like I said, there are people who are resilient and they are going to come. They are going to come. But along with that, we are going to offer a lot of smaller courses, anything from 1 month to 6 months, so that people who may not want to be there for a longer time, they can do something what they want, passive, and move on. But very difficult to replace the 2-year diploma for only one reason, and that is that just like a school, we go through the whole thing, like you have to do the history, civics also, mathematics also, sciences also, and everything. So we have to go through the whole thing. So what happens is that though a photographer comes, when he comes to me and says, "Sir, I want to be a fashion photographer. Do you think I can become a fashion photographer in 2 months?" I look at the guy blank. Camera pakadne ko nahi aata, So how are you going to do it in 2 months? But we have to put them through this. What happens is, the guy who comes for fashion, after 1 year of fashion, and when you put them in front of the models, and so we are one of the few schools which gives the student model twice. That means we give them 1-to-1 for a half a shoot beauty photography. That includes the makeup, the hairstyle, the art director, the stylist helping them, everything. So we give this to the student from the school. It's not charged separately or something like that. And when they do their fashion, we give them a model 1-to-1 from morning to evening, full day, with makeup, hair, everything. But before that, the mood board, all that thing has, crashed through before they go for the shoot. So they know what they're talking about at that time. So what happens is
you've got to get used to that as well.
Exactly, he has to. So what happens is when the model comes in front of them, the guy who is the one doing, "Humko photograph for fashion banne ka," and then when he comes with model, and he is absolutely speechless because he's never talked to a girl, especially a pretty girl. Yeah. So ये हाथ इसका हिल रहा है कैमरा में, तो तेरा हाथ हिलेगा तो शूट कैसे करेगा? Then you ask him, talk to the person, make them comfortable, get your poses. चल pose. ये क्या बात हुई? So what happens is they will need to go through this experience, hands-on.
Correct.
So, though we are extremely, you feel that, okay, maybe we can give them a shorter course, this, that, but we feel that maybe it may not work for them. And after finishing the course, if they are not able to enjoy or make a career or do some good shoots,
True.
I don't know if that whole exercise was worth it.
Worth it. Correct.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So there are pros and cons. Right now, I understand we have a problem. So yes, we are doing online. But we are facing difficulties because finally the students don't have the right kind of equipment and everything. So that time I can teach them, I can show them. But then if they don't shoot and show me back, then I have nothing to take them forward. So
Correct.
that is one part which is there. Then of course the technical problems are there, bandwidth and everything. So
which we've been facing.
Hopefully, now that this problem has happened, so now that the problem has happened, I'm sure people will find ways and means to do this better. At least the technology side might improve now, hopefully.
Right. So are you going to be announcing a series of courses soon? So is your long-term course going to be taking on admissions?
No, very soon. At this particular point of time, we did not feel right to do it because people have their own problems sitting at home and economic problems and whatever you have, including sickness and whatever. So we didn't feel right that this was a good time to talk about it. But as soon as you feel that there is some release happening, then we will start introducing the courses very soon. In the meantime, of course, the online stuff and all is on. Hopefully that works out too.
One of the things that I've noticed, Girish, is also that you are a very, for want of a better word, let me use the word impartial. You're a very impartial person, especially when it comes to taking on technology partners. You have a lot of technology partners. I believe that you are a Sony influencer now. You're also partnered
for 5 years.
with a number of
6 years.
5 years. For 5 years
5,
now,
6 years
you're
I've
a
been,
Sony.
I'm not influencer, I'm a mentor.
You're a Sony mentor,
Yeah.
Sony mentor, yes. You've also partnered with a number of other companies. So how do your partnerships work out, especially as an educator?
As an educator, it works for me because two things. One is I'm an artisan. Sorry, they have this word
Sony
for
artisan, that's right.
So I'm
Correct.
Sony artisan. So I am
Sony
one of the
artisan,
Sony artisans
that's right.
for the last few years. See, I tell you, the impact is there. One, they equip us with the latest equipment, latest cameras and lenses, everything. So the students get a hands-on experience of those equipment, basically. They have a lot of technical workshops conducted by their own people, so then they come and do it. So then that again is a learning process for them. They bring people who are the other mentors, the other artisans who are there. They bring those experienced photographers at our place, who do a 1-day workshop or 2-day workshop or whatever. So that also becomes.
Sony has a good.
Oh yeah, they have a very good.
Sony has a good bunch of good
bunch of artisans. So they bring them in, and they do workshops at our place. In fact, the last time that was, who was it? It was, I think, Brian. Was it Brian or something? There's an international Sony mentor. They brought them over to our place one day. So that's a pretty decent, help that we get from them.
Right.
I'm also associated with Profoto. Profoto also brings in a lot of artisans and international to national level guys from abroad. They bring them in.
Right.
They see to it that the school students are part of that workshop or whatever that is being conducted. So one good thing that happens is that apart from the regular faculty, we get a lot of outside faculty from both Sony and Profoto. Sometimes, even Brown Color used to do this a few years back. They haven't done it for a long time, but they used to bring in mentors. So that was one thing that used to help a lot, would help a lot for the students, because apart from only Indian, they also get a little international exposure. And those guys, they know this is a school, so they do a hands-on. Even Zeiss brings in a lot of mentors to faculty to bring in, and they do the workshop at our place. So there is a big input of these people coming in, which keeps us also on our toes, because then if they come out with something new, then we also feel, okay, I didn't know that, because digital technology is moving at a massive pace, fast pace, and things are happening. So sometimes we might have missed out on, but we learn it, because I personally don't feel that we know everything. Of course, the day I feel that I know everything, that day is the day when I will become a very stagnant person. So for me, learning is going to be forever, I suppose. So I think that's the main thing. They get experience with the best equipment and exposure to good faculty that is brought by these people.
Right. Well, Girish, it's been a wonderful experience with this interview, and at this point, I think that I'm going to end it with that wonderful thought that learning never ends. It continuously, it is forever, it goes on, and the minute learning ends, that's when you stagnate. So that's a wonderful thought to leave our viewers with. Thank you so very much to be a part of this live session. I know we had a bit of some problems with the bandwidth and all of that, but we've had a fair number of viewers who I think benefited tremendously from all your experiences and your advice, and I'm sure going forward they're going to make use of some of the things that you said in their own lives as well. Thank you so very, very much, Girish.
My pleasure. Being a part of pleasure. Most welcome. Thank you so very much for having me.
Thank you. And for all those viewers out there, please keep track of Shadi Academy. Shadi Academy will be announcing their own courses. They'll be announcing even the long-term course. The COVID-19 situation is not going to be forever. And as Girish mentioned, that there is a certain sanctity in learning photography there in the long form. The short form is good, but the long form, there is certain sanctity about it. There is certain importance that and the learning that you get over there is not going to be the same as learning, having a one-day program or a program that is online. Okay, so Girish Mistry is a very firm advocate of learning on the ground, and photography, of course, has to be practiced on the ground. So the learning also must be on the ground. So please keep in touch with Shadi Academy. They're going to be announcing online courses as well as other long-term courses as well in a short while. In the meanwhile, stay tuned. We'll be coming live with you with other mentors. Please, keep in touch with our Instagram page. You will know who we're coming up with, on a regular basis. Girish, thank you so very much. So I'm going to be ending the live now. Thank you so very, very much for being here.
No, pleasure. I had fun.
Instagram. Yeah, me too. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye.